For many men and women, growing their glutes has to be one of the most challenging exercises or challenging tasks to do. In this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 exercises that actually help you grow and define your glutes so that you're able to feel more confident and get stronger while performing this exercise. If you want to see those 3 exercises that are going to help you get these results, stay tuned. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you one amazing tip that just adds on to these exercises that actually helps you get results. Stay tuned. It's no question that most women just want to grow their glutes. I mean, let's be honest. It just boosts your confidence. And I'm not sure in 2022 what woman does not desire this. As a fitness expert, I noticed so many false advice when it comes to exercises to perform to help you grow your glutes all over social media and all over just the internet. Fortunately for you, in this video, I'm going to show you what actually works and how to help you actually get results, as well as more benefits that adds on to these exercises, and also what other benefits you'll get from these exercises other than just glute growth that are very crucial. The first exercise that I think is really beneficial when it comes to helping you grow your glutes, I'm sure you guys know this, they are the barbell squats, guys. I know this exercise it can be really underrated because it looks, most of the time it looks like you have to lift really heavy. It can be extremely intimidating. Barbell squats is actually one of the best ways to build your glutes. Here is why. Squats is a fundamental exercise that everybody needs to learn how to do because it helps you with mobility, building strength, and also stability. This exercise helps you perform everyday tasks like sitting down and picking up things off the ground. This is something that we do on a daily basis, so this is why squats are really essential to master. So it is extremely imperative to make sure that you're squatting, especially if you want to ensure that you grow those muscles on your glute area. And also when it comes to squats, you're also able to build muscles on your legs. That way when your glutes are growing, it matches and it doesn't look like maybe like a BBL or something. You know, your hamstrings are going to be growing, your quads are going to be growing, and then when your glutes also grow and are getting stronger, everything just looks very proportional. The barbell squats also helps you speed up your metabolism and also accelerates your fat loss. When this happens, you'll be able to get rid of that unwanted fat and tone up your glutes. You're burning and building muscle in your core area. Again, like I mentioned, your upper body because of how you're holding the barbell, especially if you're lifting heavier. You're strengthening your back muscles. So you're pretty much just burning fat all over your body, and also you're able to get these results, which in this video we're talking about are glute. And this is why every beginner needs to learn how to squat first. Also, when it comes to barbell squats, if you do it wrong, you will not get results. You'll just get frustrated and think that this exercise does not work. Now, in this video that I'm about to show you guys, watch how to properly perform a barbell squat so that you're able to get those results, which is growing your glutes. All right, guys, for squats, we're going to pick up the bar. As you can see, nice appropriate weight. Don't pick anything that's too heavy. Then you're going to start off with your arms or your palms on about right outside your shoulders. As you can see, stand up nice and tall. Squat down all the way low if you can. And if you can't, of course, just take your time. Make sure your back stays nice and flat the whole time. Do not curve your spine in or out. You're going to stand up and make sure you squeeze those glutes. It has to look like coated cheese. That's how hard you're squeezing. It got to look ugly. And keep repeating these reps. And make sure that your feet are also right outside your hips or hip width as well, and that you're pushing from your heel. Make sure that you are not lifting or elevating your heel. Your heel has to stay on the ground the whole time. The second exercise that I highly recommend is the barbell deadlifts, guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys guessed. This is actually one that I recently learned. Actually, I learned myself that it actually helps your glutes. I never knew that this exercise helps your glutes. Now, let me give you a story. So one time, my friend and I were at the gym. We saw this girl and we really thought that her glutes looked extremely defined. She looked amazing. Her legs matched up. She just looked really good. And we went up to her and we had to ask her. We were like, how and what have you done to make sure that you have a nice round booty? And she said deadlifts. And actually, when we were talking to her at the time, she was actually getting ready to start deadlifting, and she said barbell deadlifts helped her a lot. And when she told us this, we were like, well, duh, like, why didn't we think about that? I know barbells can be intimidating because, again, this is another exercise that looks like you're required to lift heavier. But of course, as a beginner, you want to start off slow. But barbell deadlifts are very beneficial because not only does it help you grow your glutes, it also helps strengthen your hamstrings and your lower back. This is also another exercise that is really imperative to learn how to perform. Throughout the day, we pick up things and we're always sitting down. So it's really important to strengthen your back because these muscles are really big. And if they're not strengthened and you just want to focus on growing your glutes, it's just not going to work. It just doesn't make any sense. The hamstrings are right below the glutes and the lower back is right above the glutes. So you want to make sure that you're strengthening all these muscles. That way, when you do get results, everything is able to work equally. I know you guys are probably thinking, like, what about the band pushbacks or like the glute activation exercises? I'll talk about that in another video to why I think some of these work and some of these don't work. You will get these results if you do deadlifts. Now, if you want to know how to properly perform a deadlift, watch this video to know how to properly perform this deadlift so that you're able to get those results, which is growing your glutes. All right, guys, for the deadlifts, you want to make sure that your feet are around hip width. Make sure you adjust yourself, open up those hips a little bit. You're going to grab the bar, one palm facing in, one palm facing out. It's usually easier. Make sure you drop your hips before you get up, and then make sure your back also stays nice and flat, keeping that bar as close to your body as much as possible, guys. So repeating these reps, make sure that, drop those hips. Squeeze as you come up. Again, you want to make sure that your glutes are looking ugly when you bring the bar up, and when you're lowering it back down, make sure that you're maintaining your heels on the ground, back stays nice and flat, feeling that stretch in your hamstring. My third and final workout, which is one of the most challenging exercises, is the Bulgarian split squats. Now, as a beginner, some people may not know what this is, and I will show you a video of what that exercise is. The Bulgarian split squats is another exercise that is basically a unilateral movement, meaning you are splitting, your body parts so that you're able to actually focus on the specific muscle, which in this case, you'll be focusing on your glutes and your quads. Guys, I cannot emphasize how extremely important this functional exercise is. This exercise helps you with balance, stability, mobility, and it also strengthens and grows your glutes. It also burns a lot of fat on your legs and makes you extremely strong, which is what we want when it comes to fitness. The reason why this exercise is going to be really beneficial in growing your glutes is because it actually specifically targets that glute muscle, especially since you're working on, you're splitting up, your body parts, and it's going to really stimulate muscle growth in that area because now we're actually targeting it directly and focusing on that glute muscle. This is because you are standing on one leg. Standing on that one leg helps actually target that muscle and focuses on that muscle, yielding amazing results, as well as other benefits, which are your quads. Another benefit that this exercise has, it actually strengthens your ankles, which is extremely important to perform a lot of exercises, and this also helps keep stability in your knees. So you want to make sure that you are not forgetting about your other body parts, even though you want to grow your glutes. You want to make sure that you're strengthening a lot of joints and muscles around what we're trying to yield. Now, watch this video to see how to properly perform this exercise so that you're actually able to get those results. All right, guys, for this next one, feel free to use a weight if you want to challenge yourself, but you don't have to. So start off with, especially if you're a beginner, just don't use a weight. I would not recommend a weight as a beginner. And then you're going to make sure that you are placing your foot on that bench. You can either place your toes on there, whatever's comfortable for you. For me, it's the top of my foot is more comfortable. And then you're just going to make sure that your knee is right in front of your body, not behind. And then you're going to repeat this reps. Also squeeze your glute as you come up. The quicker you do it, the more effective it is. Guys, if you perform these exercises correctly, as I mentioned, I promise you guys you will see results. Now, you have to be patient with the process. Give it about 1 to 3 months and you will see tremendous results. Consistency is key, as I always say. continuing to be consistent also keeps your motivation up. As I mentioned earlier, I want to share with you guys a tip that I think adds on to this exercises that actually produces results. As you guys know, I have talked about nutrition multiple times. Nutrition is very important when it comes to achieving results. In my previous video, which is right here, I talk about why when trying to build muscle, how you're supposed to eat. So check it out right here so that you're able to get more tips. But basically, guys, if you're trying to grow your glutes, make sure that you're eating enough proteins. If you're trying to lose weight, you want to make sure that you're eating 1 gram per pound of fat. If you want to get down to 140 pounds, make sure that you are eating 140 grams of protein. You have to eat that so that your muscles can actually pump up, so you can get that pump. And if you are trying to gain weight, make sure that you're eating a surplus. So for example, for me, I eat sometimes at a surplus and sometimes I try to maintain. So if you train really hard and are trying to gain weight, make sure that you are eating 1.1 times the amount of weight you are. So if you're 135 pounds, make sure you're doing 135 grams times 1.1. That's how much protein you're going to eat. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. I will put the formula down in the description below that, just makes it easier to remember. But that's pretty much it. Just eat a lot of protein so that you are able to actually see the results. It's not about just exercising and not eating. If you don't eat protein, your muscles are not going to grow. You're not going to get that definition like you desire. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe below for more videos. Put that notifications that you're able to be notified when I upload a video. And I will see you guys in my next video.